Hey everyone. So I have a shelf here of books that need to be unboxed that I've been holding off on until I looked good and had time away from the baby, and it just hasn't happened yet. So I'm in my new library. Beautiful, isn't it? And I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna get through it quick and hopefully I remember what they all are. So this first box I already sliced it open, but is a Kickstarter campaign that I backed. It's done now, but I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. And most of these books are on Kindle Unlimited, not all of them, but a lot of them are. So if you're interested in it, you can go and look it up. But this one is a, what's it called? Romantasy plot line. It's called Commanding Flame and Shield. This is the Greyshell Saga, Greyshell Rising. Book 1, and then I also got book 2. Stuck in here, sorry. And then they're both the Kickstarter special editions with the end pages. And then I'm guessing, ooh, and then there's fanciness. Look at that. Ooh, and this looks like it might have like Christmassy vibes. So I'm assuming it's like found family. If I remember right, it's Fae magic. I think it was a long time ago, but it kind of reminds me of, I think it's in the same vein as Akhtar. And then it is signed by the author as well, I believe. Normally is. Yep. Signed by the author. Oh, and there's some, safe for work art prints in there as well. So I won't show those, but there's also safe for work art print. So yeah, got that. I go through phases where sometimes I'm into the romantasy and sometimes I'm not. Currently not, but once I get back on that train, the next Quicksilver book is coming out, Brimstone, in like 8 days, I think it is. I just started Quicksilver again because I don't remember anything. So maybe after I finish that, then I'll be more back into the romantasy vibes again. I'm currently reading the Spark of the Everflame series, which is a romantasy, but it's more high fantasy romantasy. But those are really good. The first book in that series was good. It wasn't great, but the second book is way better, if you ask me. So this is another Kickstarter box from January Bell is the author. Romance That's a World Apart, so she's a romantasy author as well. Ooh, and this one, it came with a slipcase box. I like those. A Conqueror's Kingdom. On the back it says, every god has two faces. Pray you get the one you want and not the one you need. And then there's 2 books inside. Yeah, this one's called Of Gods and Gold. So I'm a big sucker for like the whole gods trope coming back to Earth. And dragons, it looks like. All the good tag keywords. There's, I don't know if you can see it, but some leaf patterns on the edges, and then some dragons on the corners. Ribbon bookmark. And then the second one is Of Sword and Silver. That's also fancy. I like that one. And these ones, I think, took a little while for her to do it. I believe, if I remember right, this is the girl that she had some medical thing going on, and so she couldn't quite get it done in a while, so it took a little while to get it back to us, but happy to have it now. It happens in life, I know. It's a pretty slipcase. I can display it. It's leather. I love good leather. Leather anything, really. If you hear random noises, my baby's over there on the side opening up. I gave him a box of soaps that he can take out. It is a book, but it is a cookbook. So Padma Lakshmi, I think her name is. Yeah, Padma Lakshmi. She was, I think, on like Top Chef or one of those shows. But she's beautiful. I think she was a model when she was younger, honestly. I don't know. She's beautiful though. But she has an Instagram account that I've been following for a while, and she cooks all these great dishes. And then she wrote this cookbook just traveling around America, showing like the melting pot of cultures. And so it just has recipes and then like little notes and little, her talking about stuff about Americans who are from other parts of the world that have settled in America, and they are Americans now. But it just shows all the different cultures in America. So like here's tom yum goong. No, it's a soup, hot and sour soup. It's just really good. I've had the chicken version of this before from a restaurant by us. What's another one? Uova and tripa, which is egg noodles in a tomato basil sauce. That looks good. Pasta alla amatriciana. There's some tagine inspired chicken. There's beef kubide. That's like skewers. So it's just like all the difference. And there's even like Native American dishes in here too. So she got every coverage in there. So I'm excited to look at that. Next we've got an Amazon package. I don't remember what this one is. I don't remember what half of these are, quite honestly. But okay, this one is Riftborn. So I saw a reel on Instagram that this is duology, and there's a second duology, and the second duology is like the best book she's ever read in her entire life. And she's like, but really, if you haven't read this one first, you gotta read this one first, and it'll make the second duology that much better. So obviously now I'm in for 4 books just to read the best book I've ever read, but worth it, because it's like that really soft cover. Like the indie publishers have that really soft cover sometimes, which I don't know why, but traditional publishers don't have the softness. It kind of looks like I think Peace and Turmoil by Elliot Brooks. It's the same cover that she has, so I'm guessing it's the same printer. But I'm excited to read it by, I think it's a dual author, Greenwich and Lennox. So yeah, looks interesting. I have no idea what it's about, but the 4th book is supposedly the best one you've ever read. So I'm in. Next, I'm gonna try to do this quickly before my baby goes crazy, but I haven't opened any of these packages. Oh yeah, this is another not reading book, but I'm excited about how to read a wine label. So I'm big into wine lately. Well, always, but I've been trying to be like more knowledgeable about wine. And it's signed by the author. Quite a signature there. But it pretty much just teaches you about wine. I've learned a lot watching her Instagram. She does like 60-second tastings where she just like gives you quick rapid fire. How do you know about wine based on what it tastes like? So old world versus new world. Certain wines have tasting notes or smelling notes that you always have. This wine label, how to read a wine label, tells you about what you can look for, like how to read it, and it'll tell you if it's from this valley. It often is a lighter body or whatever, and if it's from the US, then it's New World. If it's from Europe, it's Old World type thing. And there's a lot of wines that you actually see in the supermarket here. Like, it's not like lofty, fancy $100 bottles of wine. Like, I think she said the first one in here is like Barefoot Moscato or something like that, which I do not drink Barefoot Moscato anymore because I've gotten too bougie for that. But anyways, excited for that one. Also, follow her on Instagram if you want to, because I love her tastings. She's I don't remember what kind of nurse, but she's a nurse. And so she does her tastings at 8 a.m. because she's a night nurse. And so she's like, it's 8 a.m. somewhere and I'm tasting wine, or it's 8 a.m. and I'm tasting this bottle of wine. Which, you know, for most of us, that's the morning, but that's her night. So it makes me smile. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. So this is a pango order that I got. And they have it like all wrapped up. How cute is that? Like, there's extra little treats in here. There's a pen. Aw. A tea. Some stickers. I did not expect all this. I just thought, like, they were just like, you know, nice cheap books. A reading list. Oh my goodness. A bookmark with her. That's her tag on Pango if you want to look her up and find her. She apparently does little good book packages. A reading list bookmark. And a little thank you note, which I'll read later because it's going to be good to watch. But now I have to see what I actually ordered. I don't remember. Oh, and a highlighter. Oh my goodness. This girl's awesome. Oh yeah, A Shadow Crown. Okay, so this one, I read the first book. Something Blade. I feel like it's right in front of me too, but I don't know where. What is it? Who wrote this? Blair. Oh, Blair's way up there. A Broken Blade? I think it was called A Broken Blade. I can't see. Yeah, there it is. A Broken Blade. But it was a kingdom where they're killed out all of the, not fae, but elves. They killed out all the elves. So there's none of those left. The main kingdom, the king has banished all the fae to, it's okay, to their own kingdom up north, and there's only halflings left, and the halflings are all enslaved to the king or killed off. So all these girls who are the right body type and personality are enslaved to the king, and they are assassins. And so the Blade, the highest up, it's like, you know, going into rebellion now, pretty much. So the first book was really good. There's also like a romantic subplot, but it's like more fantasy with a romantic subplot type thing. You know what I mean? It's not a romantasy, it's fantasy with romance. Oh dear, and now he's digging into my cookbook, so hopefully that doesn't get destroyed. Sorry, I'm checking what time it is. 36, okay. We're doing it at time. 1 second. Why is it doing this? Stop. Alright, I had to adjust my phone because it was doing some weird like zooming thing. It was like shaky. I don't like it. This is from Broken Binding. This is actually my last Tier 2 fantasy subscription that I got from them. I just wasn't reading all that many of them, and I now do the SF&S subscription, which is science fiction and fantasy, and I like those more. They're like more newer reads. So this is the last one in the, what is the series called? I don't know. Rebecca Roanhouse Mirrored Heaven. It's the Black Sun series. I read the first book. Heard second book wasn't that good, but third book was good, so I was waiting until all three came out, and then they started producing these, so that works. Now I got these three. They are Latin American inspired. I think they take place mostly in Mexico, but I don't quite remember. It's been a while since I read the first book, but it's yeah, like Central American, not Latin American, Central American inspired. And so they're good. I like them. Okay, so I got One Dark Window because like everybody's read it, and it seems like I should probably read it. I don't know. Oh, I put a little bookmark in it. That's nice. So yeah, I wasn't gonna read it because it didn't really seem like up my alley, but like everybody's read it, and it was on sale in the Pango store, and I needed however many dollars for free shipping or for, I don't know, % off or something. And then I got The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse animated story. So this is a book that my mom actually recommended to me, but it's like very popular, and it's a regular picture book type thing. But then I saw somebody had this animated story, which I know my kids will like more. They're big into animals, and they like pictures more than words still. They're 4 and 6, so. So yeah, I think it's one of those books that's good for any age. It's like a life lesson values type book. So I'll read that to them, I believe, because I got this one. Yeah, so I got this special edition from Barnes & Noble exclusive edition called Always Remember the Boy, the Mole, the Fox, the Horse, and the Storm. So this looks pretty. I don't know. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's got like pretty pictures in it and stuff. Excited to read those. I'm trying to get my kids to like reading. Indie author Dare to Dream. This was a Kickstarter that I got. It's a movie that was made by a couple guys. Oh geez, what are their names? I don't even remember. Adam Grandy and Dustin Wood. But they did this project with Michael J. Sullivan and some other indie authors. Emma Wang and A.C. Camp Cobble. Some other ones. Who's the guy who wrote Legends of Lattes? Travis Baldry. So they were all interviewed on this, and it's a book about independent publishing. So it was really good. I did the Kickstarter for it. That's why I got the DVD. But they submitted to film and stuff. It's good. And actually, it was really cool. I got to fly. Well, I didn't get to. I chose to fly out to Virginia to go to Michael Sullivan's house. He had like an after party after the premiere. I got to go to like his house and like see his writing office and everything. It was awesome. But I felt grateful for that and lucky. My husband came with, and we made it to a family trip, and we went to the national park. It's like 20 minutes away. Because again, my kids love nature, so they thought it was just a cool family trip to a national park. So it worked out for all of us. Last book box, baby. Last box. We can do it. Last box. Do you want to see what's in there? Well, should we see what's in here? This is a Kickstarter campaign. It is a science fiction this time around, but it's like if romantasy was science fiction. I don't know. So there's some art prints. Slightly spicy. Ooh, this guy looked hardcore. It was apparently $15, but she just threw it in there. I don't think I ordered that, but that's cool. And then I got a bookmark and a sticker, I think this is. This little dragon guy. And something's wrapped up in here. I wonder if this was a book box that I ordered. It could be, because I think there's a lot of stuff in here. Or maybe she just included a lot of cute things. Some more stickers. A little baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, what's in here? What's in here? I mostly read it or got it because I thought the book sounded good. The art's not quite my style. It's a little bit hardcore for me, but you know, it is what it is. So the Star Awakened. This one's book 2. Doesn't that look hardcore? Not really my thing, but also I don't know. Sometimes when I read things, I don't picture them, and so I really like this part. Sorry, I'm baby's crying. Okay, I'm all done. So yeah, there's 2 of these books. Yeah, bye guys. Okay, we got one last little unboxing here. We're happier now. We got some snacks. Got this author clock. So it has quotes. It has like hundreds or thousands or something of quotes. That this is the weather version, but it goes through and matches the weather outside at your house to a quote from a real life book, which I think is amazing. I also got the author actual clock, which isn't set up, but I'm gonna put that up in my library. But this is just on my bookshelf of all my leather bounds. I don't know if I've ever even shown this, but yeah. So there's a quote. It's 34 degrees right now. It's cold, but it's sunny on a blue day. Yeah, this is my bookshelf with all my fancy books on it. That's in my living room. But I think it's even blue outside. Can you guys see? Yeah, blue. So yeah, it's pretty accurate. It's cool. Okay, hopefully actually this time now. But it came in this really cool box that I want to show you guys. It comes in these like pretend bookshelf boxes. So they actually look like a book that you can put on your bookshelf. This is the clock version. I haven't set it up yet, and I don't know where I'm going to set it up in this room because, I mean, it's a mess here now. You can see it's like all bookshelves and then a bench, and the outlet is in there. The other outlet's down there. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to set up yet. I might put it on a shelf, or I might like feed a wire up through there. I don't know yet. But yeah, aren't they cute? So now we have like this secret box that you'll like open up, and then there's the actual clock is inside there right now. So if you take the clock out, there's like an empty hole. And then it'll look like a box that you can hide stuff in. Awesome. And if you guys ever want Pango books, I have all those ones for sale. So